Hey everyone, Haider Arsiwala here and welcome to another video. Now recently I completed a year working with an organization where I was able to help different brands, different organizations invest their marketing budget, their resources in a way that they could get the maximum ROI for their business. And as I was looking at that year about the experiences and the learning that I have, I wanted to share a few of my learnings that I had. So in this video, I will be sharing a few of my learnings and experiences about the things that I have learned in order to increase the performance of your marketing in your business. So the first thing that I learned is that whenever any brand or an organization starts with their marketing, everyone has a data, a research about their target audience. And we all know that there is no such thing as market for everyone. So all of those brands have that common database, their research, their data about the audience that they want to target. Now as marketers, the best thing and the most efficient technique that I've learned that you can use is to divide or segregate the target audience into three parts. And we also do that. We divide it into three parts: priority 1, priority 2 and priority 3. Now what are these priority 1, 2, 3? Priority 1 are simply the audience that can be convinced to buy, who are willing to buy. Priority 2 are the audience that needs a bit of convincing in order to buy. Priority 3 are audience who will need a lot of education and convincing to buy. So as marketers, as performance experts, what one should do in their business or in a marketing strategy is always go for the priority 1 and priority 2 audience, because that's where the money will instantly flow in. The one currency, the one thing that every business wants is money. So segregating your target audience into these three priorities is the best thing that one can use in order to get the maximum ROI out of their marketing budget and their resources. The second thing that I've learned is the difference between an audience and a persona. Now when we come to making a brand story, each one of us has a concept of making a persona, where they name their persona, their audience, they tell their education, what are their interests, what are their likes. Now that is good for a brand story. But when it comes to targeting, having a generic idea of that kind of audience will help you much more than a persona, because you might not be able to find a persona, an exact specification of a person online or your marketing platform, but you will be able to find an audience on the online platforms, on the marketing of what you want to do. The third thing is have a proper infrastructure ready. Now this is one of the most important things that I have seen, is that people get started with marketing without having a proper infrastructure ready. At our organization, at different agencies, I've noticed that when a new client comes in, the first few weeks are for transitioning, where we make the infrastructure for the marketing of that business. Without a proper infrastructure, if you start a marketing, your marketing in the longer run will break in between, and then it will be such a mess that you won't be able to resolve it very easily. So having a proper infrastructure ready. What do I mean by infrastructure? Your proper website, your proper tagging, your proper configuration of different tools. This beforehand in a systematic way, in a systems way, will help you to win in the longer run, make your marketing campaigns, your efforts efficient, and best outcome will be, you will get the best outcomes. Another thing is that when we are talking, the fourth thing that we are talking about marketing, we all have this concept of talking about problem. Talk about the problem, talk about the solution, and the customer will buy. Well, let me ask you this question. Are you interested in all the problems that are going around in the world? You are interested about the problem for which you have an implication. So as marketers, your thing that you need to do is to find the problems and talk about the implications. And an extra tip, if you really want to have an impact of that implication on the person you are talking to, talk about these four things: health, relationship, money and time. Because every individual wants these four things, is interested in these four things. So talking about the implication is what I learned, because we were all told talk about problem, talk about solution, people will buy. You are not going to talk only about problem, you have to talk about the implications that are there out of the problem. And the last thing which I learned is that to have a proper communication message. I've seen a lot of brands who are very good and have all of the experts in terms of the ad platforms, in terms of targeting, but they simply fail in communication. And communication of a brand, clarity is power. As the more clearer the communication of an ad copy, the more clearer the communication of a website, the better the conversion, the better the optimization, the better the results you will get. Communication is the core when it comes to marketing, when it comes to sale. Communication is the core skill, and brands who are able to communicate clear And I've mentioned it in my earlier video also, 3 things that you always need to ask. What do you offer? How will it benefit them? And what will they need to do in order to buy from them? Now, there are a lot of another things that I heard which are a bit technical about how to buy an acquisition channel in marketing. How can you optimize stuff? What is media planning and media buying? For which I have mentioned and I have written a complete dedicated blog. In case if you are interested, do go and watch out that blog. But that's it. I'm truly grateful of having this experience in the last 1 year and the learnings that I have. And a few of them I wanted to share through this video. So that's it for this video. In case you like this video, do subscribe, share with your friends, your colleagues.